Hey, Gangsha, it's coming no because this is red mark is it? Red light
It's
is it?
moving the time. Yeah.
Huh?
Moving. No time is moving. Yeah.
Am I dreaming or is it really a spaceship from another planet? Wow, the earth looks so beautiful. Who are you and from where have you come? We are aliens and have come all the way from the planet Mars. Oh, really? From Mars? You mean the red planet? Oh, yes, the red planet. But on closer look, it's not exactly red, but a brownish red. This is how our planet looks. Okay, I am so excited. Can we have a selfie with you? A selfie photo like this. Whoa, that's wonderful. Your planet's color red is a very popular color on Earth. Yes, we can see a lot of it around. In the flowers, in the fruits, the plants, and even in the clothes people on the earth wear. Come on, show me your forehead. This is Tongkum, that's considered very sacred. Red is such a beautiful color that reminds me, what about the Red Sea? Is it really red in color? No, the Red Sea may have been named so because some seasonal blooms of a bacteria, commonly called sea sawdust, turn the water red. Another theory said that the color red signifies the south direction. Who are they? Why are they running? They are the firefighters and they are running to put out a fire. They wear red uniform that signifies fire. Okay, that reminds me the Chinese have the red dragon. Can you tell us how the red dragon was born? Why not? Instead of telling you, let me show you how the red dragon was born. Come on, let's go to Rangmanch, where some Chinese theatre artists are putting on a show about the birth of the red dragon. Oh, great! Can't wait to see it! Long ago lived in China a young boy called Chiyu, who lived with his mother in a tiny house at the edge of a village. There were beautiful green meadows all around and tall hills. Each morning as the sun peeped into Chiyu's window, he would jump out of his bed and run to the seen, he cut it all.
Why?
The next day he found it had grown again. He cut it day after day and the fresh grass grew again and again and again. Then one day when Chiu was cutting grass, his eyes fell on lovely golden bee. He took it home and hid it in the rice jar and something happened. The jar that had been almost empty the night before was now full. And each time Chiu took out some rice from the jar, it filled up again. Chiu understood that the bead was magical. Not being a selfish boy, he shared the rice with all the villagers. But Farmer Ying was not happy as no one was coming to him for the rice anymore. One dark night, Ying crept into Chiu's house and was about to take the jar away when Chiu woke up. So he ran to the jar, took out the bead and swallowed it. But that was not a wise thing to do, for the bead began to burn inside him and he felt so hot and thirsty that he drank up all the water in the house. He still felt hot and thirsty, so he drank up all the water in the village. He emptied the ponds and lakes. He felt hot and fury. He slipped and scorched and began to breathe fire. Long flames, orange and yellow and red, came out of his mouth. He had changed into a creature that breathed fire. He can't wait anymore, so he went far away to a land beyond the hills, never to return. And that, my dear friends, mark the words of the dragon and the importance of the color red in China. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Red is such a magical color. It is actually a very warm and vibrant color. Yes, but many